So she's like, I definitely want messages, but I won't be there.
Okay, hairs up. Let's do it.
All right, it's loading.
And if I'm quiet, I don't feel good tonight, so.
I definitely want messages, but I won't be there.
I'm sorry.
I'm better than I was yesterday.
Okay, good.
Okay, we are
I'll have
live
my
on
pep day.
YouTube. Let me get our chat going. And then I am going to share this really quick. Copy to our Facebook, and then we'll start doing some messages. For anybody that's already on, because I already see people commenting in, for anybody that's on, if you have any messages, go ahead and post them in there. Or if you, sorry, I'm trying to talk and do stuff at the same time. If you have trouble with the chat box, make sure that you go onto our Facebook or our Instagram or anything like that. We'll make sure I'll be checking all of them to get it going. All right, we got one. Maybe. Normally I'm so fast and now it's struggling. Hold on. Post. There we go. All right, I got one more. Okay. All right. Welcome everybody to our Thanksgiving style Facebook Live. Oh my gosh, we have tons of comments already. Now I'm just coming back. Hello, Carrie. Hello, Teresa. Hello, Earth Angel. I think that's Justina, but I can't remember. Hello, Sindra. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Labrisha. Hi, Yvonne. All right. Carrie L., you are up first. She says, are there any messages for me and any sassy cards? Let me go grab my sassy cards and then we'll start with messages for Carrie L.
So Carrie, when I first heard your name, the first thing I saw were pencils all over you. I'm listening. You're planning or should be planning on doing some writing. I'm hearing you're a wonderful scribe. I'm listening. You still have pencils just all over you. So what I'm hearing also is I'm hearing poems. So you write very well, very artistically, very beautifully. It looks like I see calligraphy, blue calligraphy. And I see a certificate with a big gold star on it that has something to do with the pencils and the writing. So I don't know if you're in school, I don't know if you're changing careers, thinking about changing careers in a class, but I do see a graduation. I see a tassel. I see moving the tassel. So I feel really, really good about that. I am also hearing that you were or are hesitant to go down that road and down that part of your path to take. It was either extra work, different work, whatever it was, but it's the right way to go and it's the right decision. I have a date that keeps coming to me, and that is December 22nd. Take that date down, write it down. That will be a big day for you. I see flowers. I see a calendar with that date. I see flowers. A real feel good day. Something very special on that day. I'm also feeling, I see a little girl with you and she's whispering. I think maybe you are, someone is talking in your ear. I'm not sure it's her. It's almost like a metaphor of you're hearing things. Someone is talking to you and trying to tell you things. From the other side, let me be clear about that. I'm just going to jump around here because they're jumping around on me. One more time. What was that? So you've had some trouble sleeping. That will improve with some healing and some relaxation techniques and some things that you're thinking about doing, what yoga, I keep getting that, things like that, breathing techniques, that type of stuff, and learning those exercises that will improve that. I'm also getting a feeling of like maybe you've been down a little bit. I'm hearing a little bit of a cough, like a sore throat, like maybe you've been sick, but I'm also feeling emotionally a drain. And that was associated with someone that you had in your life that you've either exited or you are going to exit. And that is, I'm getting a green light, that is the right thing to do. And then I'm just getting in summary, it only gets better from here. It only gets better from here. And, you know, okay, that's what I have. I hope that helps. Oh, wait, I do have one more thing. I'm sorry. They just came in. It sounds like either you're hoping for a trip, you've got it on your bucket list, and I keep getting New York, and I keep getting Broadway show. So you may want to write those down. Okay, thanks.
I saw the number 7s all around you. And usually either Justin or Pam can kind of tell me what the symbols mean that I see. I saw a shining sun, and then I saw the moon, and then I saw shining doorways opening up for you.
Well, the 7s, I mean, luck is on your side. It's all about luck and that you're on the right path and doing the right things. So that's what the 7s are. That's good. It's very nice. Lovely. It's lovely, Liz.
So the first thing that I got for you was to be kind to yourself. There are tough times, but there's better to come. And then I saw a white canvas with like the picture was on the canvas was like outlined in black. And then there was like a paintbrush that went over the canvas and then it was like colored in.
I also got a significant date of March 29th. And then the sassy card that I got for you is time to let go, move the fuck on. So hopefully that helps.
And then I got a quick interpretation of what Liz was talking about with the sun and the moon showing up. It shows a blending of energies, and this is going to be the masculine and the feminine divine energies. The masculine representing the action that's going to be necessary for you to take to create change within your life. On the feminine side with the moon, that's actually having to do with you being receptive and open to receive what is coming for you. When you have these two energies blended, you actually get to take the time to create exactly what it is that you want. And so this kind of does blend in with what everyone else is saying. Even the blank canvas, it's giving you the opportunity to now create something that you want and you desire. So now would be the time for you to actually focus, use your imagery center to bring about the results that you're looking for at the moment, okay? I hope that helps.
All right. And we have a lot of new faces and new names that are popping up tonight. And a couple people have asked, what do we mean by messages? So I'm going to start in the beginning, introducing kind of who we are now that some more people are in here. We are the Partnership of Living Spiritual Guides. We are a collective of mediums that every once in a while, more inconsistently now than not, we will get on here and do a Facebook Live where you can comment and ask any question you want. So it could be generic, like, do you have messages for me? Or it could be something specific that you need an answer to, guidance, all of that. But you just comment in the question or in the comment section of the live, ask your question, and we will provide any insight that the other side gives to us. So, anything else I forgot that we need to add in? Okay, cool.
Great.
Also, if you're having trouble on our YouTube, you can go to our Facebook page, the Partnership of Living Spiritual Guides, and comment in there. I'll be checking that one as well. So also, if you see a name or if you hear a name pop up that you didn't see in the list and you're waiting for yours, it's probably because I'm bouncing back and forth between those. Okay, so going back over to our YouTube as soon as I pull it up. All right, next up we have Rebecca C. She says, hello, I hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. Are there any messages for me? Thank you in advance.
Well, I'll come out first, dear, if that's okay, Taylor. So
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I'm just going to speak about your aura, dear. You've got a beautiful red around you. So your aura is a red. That's the energy field around you, which relates to your root chakra. Okay. So what that tells me is quite often the red belongs to resides with our very fearless individuals. So not much moves your needle, you're not afraid of things, you're not impressionable. Also, you're extremely passionate about the things that you do. So when you target to do something, you're going to hit that target and get it done no matter what. So you're someone that can be relied on all the time. You have a lot of people that do rely on you, and they very much appreciate your efforts and your hard work and the drive that you put behind things when you do them. Also, this drive and this passion quite often with our red auras keeps you restless. So you're restless one, which is lovely and beautiful, nothing wrong with that, right? Just means you've got a lot of energy and a lot of things to do, and you're spiraling. You're always thinking about. You're on a chessboard. Your life is played on a chessboard. You're always thinking 10 steps ahead, just as you would in the game of chess. So it's very, very beautiful. What else can I say about it? I think that's it. It's just it's lovely. It's beautifully. You're beautifully connected to Mother Earth. And it's quite beautiful, dear. Lots of lovely energy. So very good. Thank you. I hope that helps you, dear.
I saw the number 5s all around you. And then I heard the universe is opening up to you. And then I pulled you a card, and it was Source of Life. And it is God, the source of all life, is with you, within you, and around you at all times.
So for Rebecca C., the moment that I heard your name, I got a ringing in my left ear. This is talking about your ability to be receptive. One thing I want you to be aware of is the information that comes in to you from other people, just in general. Verify some of the information. A lot of this is being shown to you from one perspective, okay? What I'm being shown at the moment is something called a mind trap. This is where you get kind of trapped in your mind in it without the ability to make a decision about something in particular, okay? And so what happens is this takes you to a crossroads. What I mean by crossroads is you're standing at a ledge and it's almost time for you to make a decision, and you're almost paralyzed in fear, quotation marks, because I don't want to call it direct fear, but it's almost like being unsure of what's coming or what's going to happen. But here's the thing. We mentioned to you earlier that you are a very strong-minded individual. So it's going to be necessary for you to finally make a choice and to at least try it. The thing about this is it's not a chessboard. If you make a decision that you don't like, you can simply retrace your steps and go the opposite direction. So the final message that your guides have for you is to take a chance. I hope that helps.
So what I got was, so I saw you in like a lake, and you were like wearing shorts in like a tank and these, I guess like fishing type of shoes, but you were fishing and the water was pretty murky, and you were catching fish. And so usually when there are messages about fish, it's about abundance. And what I related it for you was financial abundance.
Love it. By the way, welcome, Kiana. I think this is her first official live with us. So yay, we're so happy to have you. All right. Also, I'm going to throw out there, if you like what you're hearing from the guides, or if you hate what you're hearing because it's brutal honesty, but it still applies to you and you still learn something from it, I want you to subscribe to our channel and I want you to like our video. So make sure you go and do that. Okay. Next up, we have Teresa F. And she says she would love a reading and a sassy card. Ooh, Teresa, yours came out right away. You need a big fucking hug. Squeeze. So we are sending you hugs. I hope that helps. That was a lot nicer than most of these sassy cards.
The first thing I picked up for Teresa was actually almost like a tension head that came all the way up the back of your neck into the back of the head. And this is pressure and tension of life and its expectations, which is very interesting because a lot of life's expectations right here and now are the ones that you're placing upon yourself. A lot of these things are self-imposed here at the moment. And so with that being said, we want you to take a few minutes to look at all the things that you feel like are obligations that have to be done, and look and see what is a necessity and what is urgent. Those are two very different things, okay? A necessity has to be done, and urgent has to be done like right now at this moment, or what's gonna happen. So take just a few minutes and take kind of a profile of all the things that you allow it to stretch you, okay? And to separate those things from necessity and from urgent. So you're not always in the state of, I have to go, I gotta do this, I gotta get this done. Because this doesn't leave you any room inside of your life for creativity or for the universe to surprise you, for your manifestations and everything to come to fruition. Your mind is completely busy taking care of all of these, the busy work or the necessities or what you think is urgent at that particular time. Take a few minutes to just look at life and see where you are right here and right now. And this will actually begin to flow a lot easier, because the moment that you take a second to look at all these things, you'll know the perfect order to put these things in, and it will actually clear up your path so far as your thinking, so far as your sleeping, allowing you to be on the healthy things that you enjoy, drinking more water. This is a lot of self-care that your guides are kind of directing you toward at the moment. They want you aware to know that you are the number one thing that counts in your universe, okay? So you're going to have to take time to take care of yourself, okay? I hope that helps.
I'm going to piggyback off of that. I saw a big blue ball, and it was murky, and it was spinning, and it was cloudy. It'd spin one way and then would spin the other, and it was off balance. So I'm also feeling that your chakras are all out of balance, and we can come in and balance you. Have Sylvia go out and do a aura clearing.
The first thing I saw was clouds. I saw lofty clouds, and you floating on the clouds and above the clouds. I'm hearing a lot about your thoughts and looping on things, making decisions, not making decisions. There's quite a bit of push and pull on something. On some things, I'm getting that there's three things in particular that you're really, really focused on. Remember that, you know, the clouds are in the sky, but you are the sky. That's what I keep hearing. You just need to remember that you are the sky, and that you manage your thoughts. You need to work more on that. But just remember that you have the ability and the energy to manage those thoughts, and to put aside and set aside those that you don't need anymore, that just aren't relevant, and bring in those that you need. But I keep getting that there's three things that you're really focused on. And they're personal. They have padlocks on them, which is they're personal. But I'm getting a clear message that every one of those will work out very good. I feel very good about it. Not just highest and best, use, and not just higher good. I mean, I feel really good about them, like explosion kind of thing. The third one, they're giving me some dates. Can you give me one more time? Okay, back into them. The third one, mark on your calendar, August 1st. It will be, whatever it is, it will happen, be resolved, come to fruition. That's next year. Okay. The second one, I mean, they can't make it easier, right? And go 1, 2, 3, go 3, 2, 1. Okay. The second one is June of next summer, and that is June 12th. So we're focused again on these three things, June 12th. And the first one is February 12th, that whatever that is, that it will come to fruition then. So put that on your calendar. And then I just see a bunch of crayons all over you, and you're drawing, you're full of color, you're full of light. And that also represents, it's a metaphor for be more playful. You are that young, and laugh more, be more playful, that type of thing. That's what that always means when I get the crayons. So anyway, I hope that helps.
So the first thing that I saw were like 3 golden cups on, and they look like teacups on a table. And then it was kind of like that game where somebody hides something under the cups and they shuffle them up and you're supposed to guess what's under the cup. And so what I was getting is that's kind of how your mindset is. And I guess this builds off of what Pam was saying. Your mindset or what your thought process is on these 3 things is that you're looking for one thing, but there's actually 3 different prizes under the cup. And it's okay to check under each cup. Like you don't have to be, they said, don't be greedy, but you can check under each cup one at a time. There's a prize under every cup. I hope that helps.
All right. Next up, we have Lindsay G asking for any messages for her. Lindsay G.
I'll just go very quickly, Taylor. That's okay. Hello, Lindsay. I've got the 000s on you, dear, which are the angel numbers. And the 000s mean new beginnings and fresh beginnings for you. Things are rolling around in a barrel, but it's a fresh start. And when it all falls out, it will be a fresh start and a new beginning for you. So you should be excited about that. It also means that you're one with the divine, with the universe. And so you're firmly and squarely rooted in I feel quite a bit of balance with you as well. Also, you've been hearing some tuning in your ears, some ringing. And there's nothing wrong with you. That is your guides working with you, tuning and ascension. That's basically what that represents, is moving you up to higher levels, so that you can communicate better with them. And then finally, of course, the 000 is just a reminder, please, that you create your own destiny. So don't forget about that when you make decisions. You own them and they're yours. And you don't need all the other input. It's fine to refuse it, in fact, because you know what to do and you know the right thing to do. So good. Bless you. I hope that helps you, dear.
I kept hearing the song by Aretha Franklin, Respect. I don't know if that resonates with you, but yeah, I just kept hearing that song over and over and over in my head.
So, Lindsay, the first thing I got for you was almost of an image of you, and then these little little bubbles, like they're little thoughts that actually come out of the side of your head. The cloud bubble was a new adventure. So I'm going to piggyback kind of off of what Sylvia and Pam are saying. There's a new adventure coming to you that is with a loved one. It's a new project that you're actually going to start that is going to be very, very good for you. Your guides did give me some advice for you personally. Right now, it's been really hard for you to get rid of self-doubt, just in general, okay? Self-doubt kind of comes out whenever we're nervous about something or unsure about how it's going to go in the beginning, which is understandable, okay? However, you have a tendency or the ability to express that self-doubt through jokes, kind of like when a person gets nervous, they'll tell a joke, kind of like things like that. And so they're saying the feelings behind your joke is kind of what they're actually talking about, okay? They're asking that you replace these with positive talks, with positive jokes. And so instead of the worst case scenario, give us the best case scenario. So tell me what would happen if the absolute best thing in the world for this project just blew up for you. Like, what would be the best case scenario? What would you do? How would you feel? How would you react? This is what we want you to focus on going forward, because if you can imagine that, if you can think about that, then it shall be. I hope that helps.
So what I saw was you were reading a book and the pages were just flipping, and on one part of the book, something stood out to you, and you got a really great idea from this. So you should go forth with that idea and it will lead to great things.
All right. Thank you very much. Next up is Sindra, wondering if there are any messages for her. Again, if you've already received a message and you liked it, or it applied to you, or it helped you in some way, make sure you click the like button on our video and you subscribe to our channel.
So I'll come out first, Taylor, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I always like to say your name and salute you because I love you. So Taylor. Okay, so to Sindra. Hello, Sindra dear. Thank you for coming. I don't know that I've ever talked about your spirit animal before. In fact, I don't think that I have. And what you've got is the blue jay. The blue jay. That's really a magical symbolism, yeah. And it teaches us to follow our feelings and our intuition. That gut feeling that you get often, that I know that you get often. It reminds us that your personal power is in your own hands, that your destiny is in your own hands. I don't know if you used to teach, but I keep seeing pencils with you. Maybe you're a teacher, or you mentored, or you something like that. But and that's also something that the Blue Jay has, this great knowledge, great high level skill sets and knowledge. If I had to sum it up, the Blue Jay represents intuition, a very, very strong intuition. It represents spiritual aspirations. Thank you for being here. It's a great strength of character, really, that allows you to live your life according to, really your own way and your own deepest desires. Not to get hooked on what other people think, or what's fashionable, or what isn't, because who really cares, right? Whatever's right for you is the right thing to do. They also, what else do I want to say about them? Power of awareness. They can tend to be tricksters agents. So strategic is probably a better use of language there. Greatly loyal, and wonderful at bridging the two worlds, the worlds together. So it's lovely. It's a beautiful spirit animal to have, dear. So bless you. I hope that helps you. I'm glad you're here.
I saw you walking into a cave, and it wasn't very bright. And the more you walked into the cave, the brighter the cave got. So I can see you're on a path, and the further you're going on this path, the brighter things are getting. So I hope that helps.
So for Sindra, the first thing I actually got was a tornado, the image of a tornado coming. The clouds open up, and instead of the tornado coming downward, it came out of the ground and came up into the sky. And they were telling me this was you on an upward spiral. So this is you evolving, becoming more evolved and lighter. But however, as you do, it almost seems like things are going to be kind of chaotic in your life at the moment. And the first thing they brought to me was awareness. The more you evolve yourself, the more the things that are distasteful to you within people do stick out. And so these things can become kind of like pet peeves, or you may be short with people who don't have that same understanding. Your guides just simply want you to know is like, don't expect for people to be on the same, especially on this path. Whenever you're on the upward spiral, there are people you're going to end up vibrating higher than, therefore you're going to end up leaving them behind from time to time. And as that does happen, your communications with them aren't going to be as smooth as you always enjoyed them to be before. And so don't expect them to immediately just catch up with you, because it's not something that just happens overnight. Even for yourself, it's a process that's actually going. Outside of that, I have a lot of green sparkles and energy kind of coming off your aura field at the moment, which is denoting the heart chakra and the energy of the healer itself. I believe that's going to manifest deeper for you even as we close out this year. It's going to continue to be a little bit more in your heart to allow it to be more of your path, okay? Your guides are going to open up the way for you to do any of those things that you actually like. It's going to be up to you. Remember, you do have free will in all of this. This is just what the universe is going to be offering you coming up pretty soon, okay? I hope that helps.
I got self-love and self-care, and that you should take a bubble bath and take some time for yourself.
Okay, up next we have Yvonne E. Sylvia, I'm gonna send you out to clear her today. She wants a
Okay.
clearing.
Okay.
And then Yvonne E would like some messages and a sassy card. So messages for Yvonne E. And your sassy card is, some good shit is about to happen. Don't let your issues fuck it up. I hope that helps.
Yvonne, please lay down, dear. Thank you.
The first message I got for Yvonne was very similar to your sassy card, actually. I'm almost getting an image of you standing still, and over to your right is an incoming energy, your frequency that's actually getting ready to come in for you. And what they mean by don't mess it up is to simply be open to receive as those things come in, as the different options are presented to you. In general, be open to receive them. Just because you receive the first one doesn't mean you have to go with it. The second one will actually be there as well. There's a lot of good things that's actually just like at your doorstep. It's almost like they're showing me an image of your manifestation vortex has been filled up because you've done a lot of work this year so far as manifesting and trying to make things happen. And it's almost been like it's been stagnant for you. It just hasn't happened yet. You get just a little breakthrough, but it hasn't happened. And so it's almost like I'm getting an image of this bottleneck of all this energy of positive and wonderful things that are just getting ready to flow into you, almost like a river, just like rushing in. But you have to be open to receive it and to allow it to happen. And so what we mean by that is don't get too used to the current conditions that things are in, okay? Don't get comfortable right there. Simply allow the universe to surprise you, to uplift you, and to bring you to the state of awareness where you're ready to receive all the abundance that is actually waiting for you. And that abundance will come in many different forms. It won't simply just be monetary. It will be family, it will be friends, it will be relationships, it will be opportunities, it's going to be travel. There's lots of things that are actually coming up for you here and now. Simply remember and allow yourself to be open to receive. I hope that helps.
I kept drawing triangles. And what I've learned recently, we've been taught that things work in a circle. But that's us, moving in a circle and almost repeating the same mistakes we think over and over and over. When we stop repeating the same mistakes, it forms a triangle, which becomes a vortex that helps us grow and learn. I hope that helps. So you're no longer gonna keep making the same mistakes.
So what I saw was like it looked like a surprise party, and there was lots of balloons and confettis, and you just had like a shocked face. So I think maybe there are some surprises in store for you. I hope that helped.
So, Tara, I'm back. Can I could just go ahead? I just have
Yeah.
quick things, please. So, if I'm beautiful orange aura, you did have a few stickers in. I didn't feel like maybe you'd fit so great. You've been retired, so I gave you quite a bit of energy, and I set a let's see how I say this nicely, kind of a timer. It's an energy ball, but what I do is I put a timer on it, and then I let it release slowly over the next couple of days, which is what you need to keep going and to keep you up and to keep you up and to keep you up. And I can continue to do that if you need me to. But anyway, you also I cleared that up. Beautiful bright orange now, like the color of an orange. Remember, of course, that the orange emissions are the sacral chakra, our oranges place a high value on relationships and friendships with others. That's very typical of that energy color. They're also really quite often, I bet if I could see a bucket list, you've got on there joyful exchanges of things with friends, events, travel, financial opportunities, that type of thing. You're a list maker, by the way. I saw that. But a lot of joyful exchange in that color that surrounds you. So it's a beautiful, beautiful color to have. And also it tends to be, the orange tends to be with our those that like opportunities and to try things that other folks won't try. So I'll probably call you a thrill seeker, but that's a compliment. You'll do things that work on the outside that, you know, you'll walk on the outside when others wouldn't. So it's quite lovely. But you know, I did clear it, dear. And you should feel better. You should feel better right now. So very good. Love to you. I'm glad you're here. Thank you.
All right. Okay, next up we have Justina looking for a sassy card and for messages. I did already pull your sassy card. You got ask a fucking expert. Don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional. So I hope that helps you.
But I'll come out first to the beautiful Justina. Not a surprise that your spirit animals, dogs, not a surprise. And they represent well, all the obvious things, but particularly in your life, that they represent loyalty, and they're a reminder to you, dear, that that it does still exist, that it really is out there in the world, that there are individuals and in those kind folk that will be loyal, that will love your heart and love you for who you are and what you are, that there really are those individuals out there. Of course, you tap into all of your intuitive gifts, which we absolutely love. And then I just have one special message. Well, they're all special, right? But you're thinking about kicking your shoes off and taking a certain direction. And it's different. And my feeling and the input I'm getting is that you should. It's time to, it really is time to please step back there and ask yourself, what is it you really wanted? What you want and what you wanted. And you might find yourself changing your list up a bit. But that's okay, that's good. And because guess what? It's your turn. And I think, you know what I mean? It's your turn. So take it. Take it. So I hope that helps you, Dom. I'm glad you're here. Bless you. Love to you.
Justina, I just met your guide, the one that we were talking about Sunday. Beautiful energy. He showed me you as a diamond and you were floating out in the universe. And I thought, okay, she's floating. Does that mean she needs to anchor? And he's like, no. And he told me to tell you, go. In bold letters, go. So I hope that resonates with you.
So I saw you at a canyon and there was like a campfire and you were just really happy. And it looked very like warm and like a warm feeling. And I got that you should have more fun.
Going along with that, I got the month of December and a floating cake. So I don't know if you're going to a party or if it's that you need to party in December, but you should, again, go have more fun.
Excellent. So for Justina, the first thing I picked up was change and evolution. Okay, so change and evolution come through your own free will. You must be willing to create a new routine if you are to change directions of the current path that you're on. Your action will be required. You've been doing a lot of the groundwork so far as manifesting, thinking about the best things and everything like that. However, your actions are not matching the manifestations that you're putting out there. Therefore, it's taking longer for those things to kind of come into fruition. So just hitting on something nicely, we've all said the same thing about having fun, about relaxing. The message they gave me was for you to stop and to smell the flowers. You've been really good with working with people and helping them. But when it comes down to you relaxing and getting to be yourself and to discover the new portions of you, you haven't been able to do that completely just yet. You've kept yourself busy with lots of busy work and things like that. So the only thing we're asking for is that you ground some of the energy that you've been using and picking up from other people and take time to assess the things that are truly yours. As you assess through those different things, decide on what it is that you actually want, because the change is coming for you. You've been knowing this for quite some time. With that being said, though, you've got to decide on what will you allow it to be? How much of a change do you want? Do you want a whole overhaul? Do you want to experience something completely new? But if so, you're going to have to do something that you've never done before. So that means going out and having experiences that you haven't had before, looking into the different things that may make you happy or events that you might like or enjoy being a part of or doing. So it's time that you look at those things and kind of decide on what it's going to be. Everything else that you established here, your foundation, your grounds are all going to be just fine. That stuff is perfect. Right now, you're keeping yourself busy taking care of those things. The biggest thing that we want to work on and ask you about taking care of now is going to be you. What is it that you want? What do you want to experience? What do you want your reality to currently be? You're at a very interesting time in your life where anything is going to be possible for you. You have to set your mind to it and then dedicate yourself to creating whatever it is or staying on the path to allow it to unfold for you. As you know, manifestations place things before you so you don't have to chase them down. They will come to you. The opportunities will present themselves. And kind of, Taylor, you don't have a lot of time. You got about a month, so get ready. I hope that helps.
Okay, and then next up is the person sitting next to her right now, who's Vicky. Vicky was wondering what her messages are and needs a sassy card as well.
So the first thing I got for Vicky was a very interesting message. It says, to be free, you must conquer the fear that has paralyzed you and kept you in place for so long. And so that's your guide asking you to face whatever it is that has paralyzed you from your past. Okay. Whatever it is doesn't stand a chance to the woman that you are now. The things that happened to you before was to a completely different person. You are not the same person. You are not in the same conditions. Therefore, when you face whatever it is this time, it won't stand a chance. You'll be able to move through this energy, through these emotions, and to seek out what it is that you're desiring. Because it's like this burning we feel like in your chest. There's this little red little energy ball that's kind of moving around in the center of your chest, and it wants more. It deserves more. And you're almost right where you need to be at that particular point. Okay. And so we're asking that you simply just go full speed ahead. Like whatever your goals are, let's just work on them and just like go toward them. Take the first step toward them, and the entire path is going to be clear for you. Okay. I hope that helps.
Very
Vicky,
quickly, go ahead, dear.
No, go ahead, Sylvia.
Oh no, go ahead, dear. I've got all night.
Immediately I felt like some tension in my head. And then I saw that something's hanging over you that you keep there, kind of like piggybacking off of Justin. And you need to face it, deal with it, and you can do it. But there's something hanging over you that you need to get past. I hope that helps.
So I'll be quick. Hello, Vicky. Yeah. So you've got nines, I love you. You've got 8 of nines, dear, which means that you're being pushed to finish something that you're working on, that you need to shut that door so that the next door can open. So I think that it probably runs very close parallel to the messages that you've got, dear. And then I've got two other pieces. Hello to Sophie. And I didn't know that you were planning on, in fact, I'm fairly certain, well, I know the answer to this. You weren't planning on a second cat, but you're going to get one. So I'm just going to be the first to congratulate you. And just, you know, I can pick you up off the floor on that one. But not because you need to go into home safely, because Sophie needs somebody else to play with. And then, and cats bring a lot spiritually into your word. And then also, finally and lastly, I'm hearing about some health issues that you've had, and some changes that have been made medicinally and other things that you know, trying to work things out and, you know, resituate and make you feel better. And I know you've been sick recently, but this is more systemic, the more systemic situation that you've been dealing with. Anyway, my point is, I should make my point that we'll get that worked out. I do see a shift of doctors, which don't be afraid to do that when that opportunity presents itself. It's put there for a reason, so go ahead and take it. And it will be worked out. And I know that right now you don't feel like, you don't quite feel like yourself, you know. You don't feel like your usual self. And some of that has been some of the health issues and the occurrences of that. But just understand that that will be worked out and it will be fixed. It's up here, you know, thyroid and some of that stuff, but it will be fixed, yeah. So don't worry about that. And bless you. I'm glad you heard that helps you.
So the first thing that I heard was separation. And they told me that it was personal, but you would know what that means. So I hope that helps you.
And your sassy card tonight is actually super nice. You're the shit. Don't forget it. That's all it says. So I hope that helps. Next up, we have Labricia M. Hold on, I just switched over to Facebook, of course. So now I need to pop back in. She says, I hope you all are well. Are there any messages for me?
The first thing I picked up for Larisha was actually, it was a very interesting color. It was a green energy that fades into brown. It has a long tube that's kind of like going. And this is a path that actually she's headed on right now. And what I'm told is that it's going to be the healing of her finances in any financial situations. The best things that your guide said is they want you to learn just a little bit more about money and about finances and financing just in general. It will make it a little bit easier for you to hold the frequency of abundance that's coming to you. You can help yourself do this by being down to earth with your spending right here and right now. The next, let's say, month and a half is simply going to be really important because you're going to have a lot of good things come in for you, or even a huge wave of abundant energy that's going to be continuous that will come in. Be down to earth with your spending and don't let yourself get too carried away so far as that. Not that the money will stop flowing. It's simply that if you use it unwisely, you will run out before the next kind of comes in. So use the money and balance it. The more that you balance it and use it under your direct intuition, your flow will be continuous and you will not be exhausted. I hope that helps.
I saw a castle, and a lot of times if we see, Sylvia's taught us, if we see a structure, that means we need to cut what we call psychic strings. Anything you come in contact with, or a person or an emotion, you create a psychic string to it. And so with a castle, you have lots and lots of strings. So you can mentally visualize all those strings, use a pair of scissors, a knife, anything that you can cut with, and cut all those strings. And I try to cut all my strings when I lay at bed at night. I do protection. I travel a lot, so I've got to put a chain on, and I cut all those strings, good, bad, ugly. I cut them, and it's like a refresher. So I hope that helps.
So what I saw was you were like standing on a rock, and it was like stepping stones, and these stepping stones represented like small changes that will lead up to something that's big. And I got that it's not to be afraid of these changes. They're making them small for a reason, and that the big change that will be happening at the end of these smaller stepping stones is something that's going to help you along your life path, that it'll be good in the end.
I have the 888s all around you, floating around you. So I'm going to piggyback onto what Justin said. Financial abundance, you've put out there that request, and it's coming fast. So be prepared for that. And then I'm also getting the message that you need, I think you play guitar. Gosh, Liz, I almost wanted to come to you. I think this might be for you too, but I think you play the guitar. So I'm getting that you need to throw back and relax and do some of the things that you used to do that you used to really, really enjoy, because they helped you to relax. I see you strumming and humming and singing and helping you to breathe and to relax. And then finally, I'm getting that you have it's a daughter, it's a woman. Well, is that, yeah, okay. A younger woman. that you have some concern about. That's here and on this plane, and everything will be fine. You're right that she is in her own way. She gets in her own way. But that'll work itself out, and she'll figure that out. I kind of see her, looping and looping. So just take a breath, relax. Don't worry as much about it. Don't let it keep you up, because it will turn out fine. So, okay, that's what I've got. I hope that helps. Thanks.
All right, next up is Lindsay M. She says, hey guys, so good to see you. Any messages for me would be greatly appreciated. And she would also like a sassy card. So Lindsay M.
Well, the first thing that I get is I see you standing in a field, and you're looking for the corner. You're looking for a corner to stand in. You're looking for a place to land. You feel a little bit of confusion, almost like you're in a round room looking for a corner. The wind is blowing, but it feels really good. What I see coming toward you, there are I'm getting a lot of beautiful colors coming towards you, big balls rolling towards you. They're full of opportunities. You need to stop worrying. You need to, walk in the field more, clear your head, but don't worry about so many things. There are so many opportunities coming for you over the next 12 months. And I have a date, and it is soon, December 1st. There'll be some things that'll kick off that will be very, very good. You've got a list of things. I see like 8 things on there right now, but they'll kick off very, very early in December, and they'll just keep rolling, and they'll just keep rolling, and they'll just keep rolling. But I keep coming back to the field. That must be your place of respite, where you can, go there, kind of think, walk, that kind of thing. So keep doing that. And then, did you have something else? Last thing, you're sort of dreading a difficult discussion that you have to have with someone, and it's someone that's close to you. And just understand that there are things that need to be said, and don't zip it. Go ahead and say them. And your power color, if you will, is red. So throw on your red t-shirt, go casual, but have the conversation as soon as you can, because that will clear the air. There'll be no ambiguity, and in the end, it will improve things, and it will improve the relationship. So that's what I've got. I hope that helps.
I saw water, which is movement, but the water was real still. And then all of a sudden a big wave came up, and I looked up at the wave, and you were riding that wave. So I hope that helps.
I saw like you were playing ping pong and you were really excited because you were winning, and you were kind of like a little overbearing and a little too competitive. and I got that you should tone that down a little bit and to live within the moment and kind of feel the breeze running through your hair and just enjoy it in that moment. And so basically, they want you to live within the moment.
Excellent. So the first thing I got for Lindsay Mitchell was to let go of any expectations that you may have of the new venture that you're on right now. They're telling me to have you focus on your inner circle and allowing yourself to finally connect to love again. And then there is an image of a Cupid inside of a cloud with you walking around in the field, just in general. And Cupid has his bow drawn and he's firing at you at the moment. Piggybacking a little bit off of Liz, she talked about seeing the water there and it being still. This is representing the emotions that you currently feel. And it's almost like you have, it's almost a resistance to letting yourself go completely into this new emotional field that you're going to go into. But it's going to be so much fun. That's why it turns into an entire wave and you learn to ride the wave of happiness, joy, and love throughout your life, just in general. And I love when people see things like this because that's actually riding the wave, not being engulfed in it, not getting stuck. This is being on top of it and being on top of the world and just flying and surfing across the waters. I hope that helps.
All right. And then I got a message along with your card. So your card, I got, you need a good fucking cry. Get the ugly cry on, let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. And then the message I got after that is you're going to have a big release that then triggers all of the abundance. But you have to have that release first. All right. Next up is Cindy T. She says, you know the drill, Taylor, which means she wants some brutal honesty and a sassy card. So whatever honest messages we have for her, that's what she needs.
Her guide is very blunt.
Yeah. He always has been.
Let's go and get what I picked up very quickly, please. Taylor, is that okay?
Yeah.
So, hello, Cindy. Glad you're here, dear. I've got ones all over you. So you're manifesting intentions. You're putting things out there that you want. You got a triple ones all over you, which is very good and very lovely. Make sure that I just urge you to make sure that this is one of those be careful what you ask for moments, right? Because it will come. Now I feel real good about it. But I see you with a pencil. So just go back and maybe refine that list just a little bit more, add a little more detail, and just skim back through it. Because all of those things are coming and they're coming fast. You've got a few things listed on there right now, and that's lovely and beautiful. And we always appreciate you putting those things out there. They'll be here before the end of, before the holiday, before the Christmas holiday. So just, look at them one more time, hone them, and congratulations. It's quite lovely. Also, I'm hearing financial abundance for you as well, dear. You've gotten other well, let me keep it simple. You're closer to being paid what you're really worth, and know that, and that's happened fairly recently. Maybe the last year or so, but that will only get better. So that will improve. And then there's a name I want you to keep. I keep getting, and the name is Thomas. Thomas. It is a love interest. Very good. Bless you, dear. I'm glad you're here.
Well, of course, he told me to tell you to shit or get off the pot and to get going. That was nicely. So I hope
Yeah.
that helps.
So he told me, he said, what yeah, like Liz said, he's very blunt. He said, pipe down and shut up. I'm trying to tell you all these things, but you're not listening. And then I said, well, I'm also blunt, but you can kind of soften it up a little bit. And he was like, well, just tell her good things are to come. So I hope that helps.
All right, I got 5 cards for you. So I'm gonna narrow it down. I sent you pictures, but I'm gonna read the funny ones because they're funny. Okay, the first one I got was money or dollar signs, and it said, make it rain. Then I got, you look like a shit show. You're a hot mess. Fact, clean yourself up. And I got, it's dark and you can't see a fucking thing. Get your head out of your ass pronto. So I hope those help.
Are you sure, Taylor, that her guy didn't write those sassy cards?
Well, Cindy, I got a few messages for you when I was channeling for you. The first thing your guide said is you're going to have to forgive to be forgiven, okay? Because right now he says that you are taking marks. So like literally, not only are you holding a grudge, but you check a mark every time this particular person does something that you do not agree with or do not like, just in general. It's almost like you're after X amount of marks, this is when you finally had enough of them, just in general. And with you doing something like that, the only thing that's going to happen, the only result that is possible is the one that you've been asking for. You're going to get all the things on your list that you want to blow up about, just in general. So he's wanting you to know that you are fueling this, especially every time that you take marks, like, okay, this person did it again, they did it again, they did it again. Every time you do that, you're building up that particular energy, and it can become explosive eventually. Going back to what they said, forgive to be forgiven, just in general. Whenever you are angry or hold a grudge against another person, you in return are actually going to punish yourself for all of those things, because you're the only person being hurt by your anger. Anger does not hurt others, it hurts you, and it builds up and festers within you. When you're taking marks and tallies and things like this is you allowing a negative energy to be built up within your energy field, so you can finally use it to lash out at someone. And this is extremely unhealthy. So what they're recommending is that you flip this cycle around, because this is just how your mind works. You might forgive people, but you do not forget what happens. This is just kind of like who you are. So therefore, I need you to flip that around for me just a little bit, okay? And so I need you to take marks and take counts of everything good that this people or the situations just in general has ever done and provided for you. And once they've done so many good things, they evolve to the next level. By doing this, using this thought process or even this imagery process, it will actually change the experiences that you have with other people. It won't actually manipulate other people, but it will create an environment around you with those people that will only serve your absolute highest good. So you no longer have use for this tally board of the things that they've done to you, okay? So they're saying flip that cycle and allow yourself to be happy, because it's like right there for you. So let's look at all the wonderful things that are coming, that are open for you at the moment, and let's just go explore them. Like, let's see what's going on. Like, why not? I hope that helps.
All right, up next is our friend Paul C. He says, hello again. Are there any messages for me? I love you all. Sassy card 2. Paul, your sassy card is, you are giving away your power. You are a badass. Act like it. And I hope that helps.
The first thing I got for Paul was actually rewards that are coming up, and also ringing in the left ear. So this is rewards or kudos for something that you've been doing. I don't know if this is at work or in a hobby that you do, but people are wanting to offer you kudos, or even maybe even a raising you in positions or something like that. And we need you to be open to receive, just in general, because you may be comfortable where you're at right here and right now, but at least take the time to hear out the offer, what's being offered to you, just kind of in general, to see if it's something that will actually benefit you. It's the universe opening up saying, hey, we have abundance. I have the solution to everything you've been praying about, that you've been manifesting for, that you've been thinking about on a normal basis. And they're asking me to hit on manifestation just a little bit for you. As I do that, what they want you to know and to understand is your ability to imagine or to use your imagination means to use your imagery factors. So this is your ability to imagine something. So this is just like saying, imagine yourself waking up at the perfect time tomorrow, and so on. All the things that you normally imagine on a normal basis are the things that will begin to manifest for you. So if you always imagine everything will be the same every day and that nothing will ever change, then that's exactly what you will get. If you will take just a few minutes out of your day to imagine the best case scenario for absolutely everything, you will begin to feel and see that frequency that starts to change, because the universe aligns everything to those thoughts and feelings that you're having on a normal basis. Therefore, the things that you're visualizing in your mind's eye on a normal basis are the things that begin to manifest into reality that you live on a daily basis, okay? So just with that in mind, let yourself be open to receive. That means when the universe gives you $1, take the dollar, because $1 million will come behind it, but there will always be a demonstration for the manifestation is laid out before you, okay? So simply sit back, allow yourself to be open to receive, and pat yourself on the back, because you've done good work. You've come very far, and you need to give yourself credit for that, okay? I hope that helps.
I saw a spirit animal with you. Oops. And I saw was a lion. Very protective, very strong. And yeah, and they wanted me to tell you that he's protecting you, and you can roar like that lion. I hope that helps.
So I saw you on the beach, and it was like a really bright sunny day. And so they were telling me that you need to take a vacation and just relax and enjoy yourself. I hope that helps.
I've got the 666, dear, which means that you need some refocusing. You're grounded. You just need some refocusing on things, that the thoughts and things you've got running through your mind. You just need to refocus a bit. Maybe take a step back, take a breath, and make sure that you don't need to add or subtract from those things. And then also, it's a reminder. So I see you getting a little bit frustrated with yourself at times. So the 666 also remind us that you're human, having a human experience. So cut yourself a break, because you deserve it. You're always overperforming and outperforming, because that's just where you are. But give yourself a little bit of a break and try not to be so hard on yourself, dear. And then also, the sixes tend to tell me to pass on to you, make sure that you're, that you're connecting and reconnecting with your spirituality. And then the last piece of it, I'm getting a message is, you shouldn't care. You live your life for what you want to live it for. So you don't need to, I think it mentions for CBS, but you don't need to accept all that input or the criticism from others. Just wash it away, time to start off. It's your life, that's what it's called, your life. And you need to live it that way, with your own decisions, your own preferences, and that we love and adore you for that. So you don't have to be cagey, and you don't have to worry about it. Just put your foot down. That's the way it is, and that is the way it is. And bless you, dear. Glad you're here. I hope that helps you.
All right, next up is Steve R. He says, hi all, any messages for me? Certainly a lot going on over here. Thank you.
Steve, I've been waiting for you. I pulled you 2 cards at the very beginning. Kind of goes with your card from from Sunday. I pulled opportunity. Become aware of the opportunities you have even in this very moment. And then 2 jumped out. And I also pulled Heaven's Door. And if you've been anxiously waiting for a door to open with the promise of a new opportunity, trust in the divine timing. The door will open at the perfect time. So I hope that helps.
Well, I've got 333s, Steve, dear, which means that the Ascended Masters are with you. They're right beside you, making things happen for you. So just like Liz said, one door shuts, the other opens, take the opportunity, it's been lined up, and it'd be beautiful. And congratulations, dear. Love to all, love to the family. Like, I know too much, so I'll just start off myself and let the other folks, you know, give you messages, but love to all, love to the family.
Okay, perfect. So I picked up several things when I tapped into you, Steve. There's like this feeling around you that you've been having where it's almost like you think that you have a blind spot somewhere where you where things keep happening that you're not anticipating, or you're not able to find or to see. What's happening is you're looking in the wrong place, okay? So what that basically means is it's almost like you're looking for an outside agent, and it's not an outside agent, it's an inside job. So what I'm talking about is I'm showing there's a PK manifestation that is active in your home at this very moment. PK manifestation is a psychokinetic manifestation. This is a buildup of energy that is being emitted from a living person in the house. The biggest PK agent that I'm finding inside the house is actually a little girl who builds up a lot of energy. And this is a kid that I'm seeing as well. So it is a kid, and they don't know or are not aware of how these things actually work just in general. But when they build up a lot of energy and not or aren't able to express it, it actually pushes out onto the walls or into the atmosphere just in general. When this happens, this causes random phenomena to kind of happen. And I'm hearing almost like a creaking or like noises that happen that are unexplained inside of the house that will actually happen. And it's showing it is a buildup of energy. It is in the kids' room. It is in the corner. However, you have a very unique situation going on in the home. I've detected 4 sensitives inside the house. One of those sensitives are dormant, so that simply means they haven't opened up just yet. But it is something that's going to happen. There's a tremendous amount of mental energy that builds up inside of your home with the individual family members that are inside there. So that simply means a lot of times you think about all the things inside of your head before you allow them to come out. So this is a buildup of energy that's actually happening. So this is going to require a cleansing of the energy on a regular basis kind of inside your home. The best thing we can recommend for PK manifestations and things like that is anything that actually burns off your energy or allows your energy to be active. It is a dormant state that your energy builds up. And so, for instance, when I say a PK manifestation, say you have your little girl and she's expressing energy or emotion in a way that you're unaware of, and it starts to build up against this wall here. After a while, months, it's starting to build up, build up, and build up. But once it builds up so much, it takes on the personality of the energy that was placed against this wall. So if this was anxiety or stress or anything like that, this would create a being or entity, so to speak, that fueled off of that emotion, stress, or anxiety, or different things kind of like that. And so it would create that within the atmosphere. Not only that, it actually feeds on the person who's creating it. So if they come home and have the same reactions every time, it's going to remind them to have that same reaction every time, because it feeds them and it gets stronger. Okay. I'm not going to call this a negative thing inside of the house. This is why you won't detect it as a negative entity or even a ghost or spirit, because technically it's a portion of living life force that's actually permeating from the person. So what you got to do is just kind of get them out and about, get them out into nature just for a minute, just to kind of ground some of their energy before they go home. A good practice will be to go in and just cleanse the energy. And I'm talking about like on a weekly basis. And that's just for the time period being here and now. You need to be able to have time to where that energy is broken down and not added to on a normal basis, so you can completely deplete that, and that will completely go away for you guys, okay? So that's what I was picking up for you today, Steve. I hope that helps.
Okay, that's fine. All right, next up we have Joey P. Hello, I'm wondering if there are any messages for me, Joey P.
So I have a few things that came to me. You're thinking about taking a trip, and it doesn't look like you've booked it yet, but you should go ahead and do that. Everything will be fine. It's next year, and you should do it. I keep getting fun in the sun, so you should do it. That's the first thing I got. And I'm seeing you with a deck of cards, and what you need, well, let me keep it simple. What you need to know is this, that the things that you're doing, the things that you're working toward, and your life even as it exists right now, but there's a few things, 6 or 7 things that you're working toward into next year, which include entrepreneurship and going out on your own. Understand that it is not a house of cards, that these plans and these things that you're putting into place in this path is not a house of cards. It will not fall. It will not break. You will be very successful. And again, I'm seeing 7 different things that look really, really good, bright and brilliant, great abundance. Also, you have this lifelong dream. This is on your bucket list, to not only to travel, but to go over to, I'm seeing Europe, kind of feels like Italy, something like that. Maybe Ireland, no, it's Italy. You want to go over there, do some work, and even live for a few years, right? And who doesn't? But you've aspired to do this for a while. So the message is you will be able to do that. Now it's a ways out, understand that. But it is something that will happen. So it definitely gives you something to look forward to. And then the last thing I see is consider having a good cry. That will help. And that will help clear the energy around you and help you to refocus. I see just great things coming for you into the new year. So congratulations. I hope that helps you. I'm glad you're here.
So what I got was that you should buy a new pair of shoes. It was tennis shoes, and these shoes were on the shelf, and they were kind of like glowing in like a golden light. And I kept trying to get more from that, asking, why are these shoes so special? And they just kept saying, you'll see. And then I got that you will meet someone interesting when you buy these shoes. So I hope that helps.
So the first thing I got for you, Jory, was a lot of chatter and talking on the right side of your head, just in general. It's almost like your guides have been consistently talking to you about something that you've been asking questions about, just kind of in general. And this is manifesting in the form of what we call psychodrama from time to time. And so this is going to be all the what ifs and what ifs and what ifs and what ifs, what ifs. And then you'll, in that what if era, a little vision kind of plays out to you. That little vision that's playing out to you while the what ifs are playing through your head are your guide's response to the questions that you've been asking. What I'm getting is you have a tendency to ask the same question in a different way when you don't get the answer that you actually want from time to time. And here's the thing, they simply rephrase the answer just as just the same answer in a different way. And so it keeps your conversation consistent and going. So there's a lot of energy in it. And you do have your fingers in a lot of different things at the same time, kind of at the moment. And so this is why you would completely be asking for guidance on those things. What they're asking you to do is to direct you to hone your energy in just a little bit. Yes, you're working on these projects and they're all going to work out perfectly, but take just a few minutes to only focus on this one thing right here and right now, and see it all the way through from the moment where you're standing, seeing it go all the way through fruition. And we need you to visualize that happening. See yourself being successful at those things just in general. At each and every one of those things, we need you to single them out instead of trying to mash them all together. Single them all out so they may be manifested in a strong and healthy and harmonious way on their own individually. So when they come together as a final product for you, all strings and all legs of this particular project are strong, and it's going to feed you the way that it needs to, okay? So here's the thing, your guides just want you to know you have to be willing to listen. If you ask a question, you have to stop to take time to listen to the answer. So when you are asking for guidance or help or anything like that, the whole point of a meditation is to slow down the conscious mind from talking so much, because you can't hear while you're talking there. Like, it's going to be impossible. The only way your guides can get a message in is to basically talk right into you. So you're going to hear a lot of chatter inside of it. And I think this is why I was hearing so many voices when I was trying to listen earlier. And so this is saying, hey, take just a few minutes, hone in, look at this one project, ask the questions or for the guidance that you would like on those projects, and then wait just a few minutes, even if it's just 5 minutes of silence, just for a minute, to see what kind of flows in through your thoughts, feelings, and your emotions, because this is how they will communicate that to you, okay? I hope that helps.
Yeah, I also heard a lot of chatter. I heard a lot of arguing, a lot of confusion, and it was like a swirling energy, and it actually made me sick to my stomach. Yeah, meditation would be good. A lot of energy. So I hope that helps.
Okay, up next we have one. She hits on a number of topics. So I guess pick your favorite and run with it. But she says, hi, it's Bridget Y. Can I ask how I am doing with my gifts? I'm struggling with my sacral and root. How can I fully open it? And then my dreams, are they real? And anything from my husband, please.
So I'll take the gifts for 200, please. Okay, so Bridget, when I looked at your gifts, you're actually doing pretty well with your gifts, okay? The whole reason that you're questioning your gifts, you want to know a little bit more about them and opening up, is right now it's almost like you're being, I'm going to call it kind of blinded, where you're having like the spaces where it feels like you're not connected, okay? What I want you to know is whenever this happens to you, because it does happen to everyone, that things are going really good, you feel like this gift is progressing, and then all of a sudden it's like it broke or stopped working. It never broke or it never stopped working. What happens is your guides will actually lessen that gift a little bit so the other ones can catch up with it, because you have to be balanced so far as that particular portion. So it's simply allowing the energy to kind of catch up and to open up your gifts of perception just a little bit more. Because they're showing me there's a lot of energy happening around you so far as your gifts, because you have the gifts of perception, meaning that you can receive information from guides or from the divine just in general and let the information kind of come in. You got to learn how to trust that information. Okay. As you trust that information, it actually helps you in the development of your other gifts, because what I'm seeing is a projected gift that's actually not getting ready. It's already happened to you. It's been going on for like, I want to say at least 3 months minimum. And this is a gift of what we call projection. This is a person who is able to project energy out into their environment. Some people can call it telekinesis. They call it all kinds of stuff, kind of like that. But what will happen is almost like you'll lose stuff. Like you'll set it down in one place, and when you come back, it's not there. You'll look all over the house, and when you finally come back, it's still in the same spot that you left it. But you swear to God, 10 minutes ago, it wasn't there when you first started looking for it. This is a portion of your energy that is, I'm gonna kind of like, it's almost like hiding from you just a little bit, okay? We call it apporting, or moving things throughout time and space, okay? So with this happening, with this opening up, this is almost kind of like a check and balance. If you have a perceptive gift, you also have a projective gift, okay? So the way those things work, just food for thought for you, is okay, if you have a projective gift, let's call the gift of manifestation one of your projected gifts. If you can manifest and get things to happen really fast, and then you can receive as well. So I'm not one to gossip, but if I was me and I was testing one of my gifts or anything somewhere down the line, I would simply say, okay, well, I don't like the way that this is going. So today I'm going to stop for 5 minutes and I'm going to manifest something different for this outcome. I've already looked into it and I know how it's going to be if I do nothing. This is how things stand right now. So take the time to focus on exactly what it is that you want to happen. Imagine it happening in a perfect way, surrounded with love, light, and energy, and send it out into the universe. This is just a visualization I need you to have. When you do that, the moment that you do that, that changes the course of the future that you're already on. So now you can use your gift of perception to check and make sure that the manifestation that you are creating is correct and on track for your target, okay? But your gifts look really good right here and right now. So give yourself a little bit of credit, pat yourself on the back. You are getting bigger, you are getting stronger and more talented, okay? I hope that portion helps.
I'll just the dreams. I'll go ahead and start with the spirit animal, and then I'll segue into that very quickly. Your spirit animal, my dear, is the eagle. And the eagle spirit animal is very inspiring. Of course, they're a messenger, as we all know, right? But they have the ability to soar heights that only other birds would truly only dream of. And this again, I'll segue into the dream portion of that, but that's what some of that is coming from. They're very powerful spirit animal that offer lessons, information, messages, right? Because they can soar at high heights and bring information to you, which is why that is happening. You see things with that totem in a much broader perspective than what other folks might not, and you do. They're graceful hunters, of course. I think we all know that. They're unafraid of the unknown. They're seekers, and they with that, they're seekers, they're unshakable, and they accept life's balance and even the unbalance. You're not moved by any of that. You can just continue to pursue and push through things. So then with that, I'm going to jump over to your dreams, and I'm listening just a little bit, but the dreams that you're having, so or they are true, the messages, yes. One really important one is telling you, it's essentially calling for some introspection for yourself, and some self-examination, not because there's anything wrong with you, because everything's right with you, and helping to imagine and set the plan forward. You seem to be looping on that just a little bit, so that's why those messages are coming in. So trying to help with that, and my apologies if they seem complicated or confusing. You can always ask your guides to be a little clear on those things, but that's basically what some of it is right now. To listen to your inner voice, to listen to your intuition, and I'm still talking about the dreams. That's what some of the information and the messages that you're getting, my dear. And then also, you're also getting a message about connecting to your higher consciousness, which is good. That's very good, and that's very, very important, because what that does is that helps you to improve on circumstance, and to it sort of gives flight, if you will, and energy to the things that you're asking for. So, and I'm talking about the introspection and just being mindful that things do come back around to you. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, and I'm hearing that you're getting a lot of things. So, probably the other thought is write them down. Make sure you're scribing them. Make sure that you're noting them and writing them down, because some of them don't make sense right now and they won't, but eventually they will, just not in the moment. But you will be able to come back to a point where you'll tick it off and you'll get it. You'll understand. It might be that you'll see just a feather, something you might see, tomato, who knows, right? But just write even the simplest things down that you're getting, because they will come and they will make sense to you at some point. So date it and then write those things down. So yes, the messages, they're good and they're real. I hope that helps you, dear.
I'll take the chakras. You can actually, if you place your hands above your chakras, you can actually feel them. And Sylvia has taught us, when you're working on your chakras, look at them with your third eye, see the color. And let's say you're working on your grounding. You can also always tie, have roots coming up from the ground, connect to your feet, and then visualize those roots going back down into the universe. Like if I'm working on my heart chakra, I will place my hands here and I will visualize it, and you can feel it, and then see the color, and see the color get brighter and brighter, and then it starts moving correctly the brighter the color gets. I hope that helps.
So I got for the dreams that some of them are real and some aren't, and that your guides will start leaving feathers to confirm which ones are real and the ones to pay attention to. And then for the chakras, I got that you should meditate and focus your energy on those areas. You have a gift of healing, which works differently when you use it on yourself. So focusing on those areas will help to open them and align them. I hope that helps.
Okay, and we are going to have to start moving a little quicker on messages through the rest of these to make sure we get everybody in a timely fashion. Okay, so next up is Cassie T. She says, hi, I'm new to this, but I definitely would love to hear any messages for me.
I immediately have the triple twos, which means, Cassie, you need to stop worrying about things and just understand and trust that you're on the right path, and that things will work out. And you have twos floating all over you. In fact, I think you've seen them on license plates and buildings and stuff like that. And you've even maybe dreamed about them, but just understand that you're on the right path and trust it and roll with it, go with it. I hope that helps you. I'm glad you're here.
Perfect. The first thing I picked up for Cassie was there's a lot of sticky energy kind of around you. So that's just denoting there's a negative environment that's around you. It's not necessarily you. It is the people around you who are creating a negative environment. And it's one person in particular who's pretty close to you who basically kind of drags you down because you are what we call an empath. You pick up the energy and emotions from other people around you very often. And it does start to affect you slowly but surely. So even when that person is upset, it kind of ruins your mood if you're happy at that particular moment, okay? And so we want you to be cautious about reacting to the information that they give you, because that information is from their perspective and from their viewpoint based on what they've attracted and created for themselves, not necessarily anything that has to do with you personally, okay? Keep your thoughts positive and manifest exactly what it is that you want just in general. Coming up looks like in the spring, there's some little hearts showing up. So there's like a love interest of whatever sort that's coming up for you, okay? I hope that helps.
All right, next up we have Alyssa R. She says, hi everyone, I hope you all are doing great. If you're doing sassy cards, I'd love one and any messages, thanks. All right, Alyssa, this was a good night to pick a sassy card night. They've been pretty nice for everyone except my mom, so.
Alyssa, really quickly, I have triple fours, which means you're surrounded by angels. Things are moving fast, but they're good. So you're surrounded by angels, protected, and feels really nice. I hope that helps.
All right, the first thing I picked up for Alyssa R was actually a beam of light that's coming out of the back portions of like your head. This is like an inspired idea or divine inspiration that's kind of coming through for you at the moment. Your guides are saying to simply sit back and to trust the information that comes into you. Trust the synchronicities that they show to you just in general. So they're simply asking, trust what we're giving you now. I hope that helps.
And I got, have you eaten? You are acting like a big ass baby. You need food in your belly. Eat a fucking taco. I also got, eat your fucking vegetables. Eat some shit made by Mother Nature. So I hope that helps. It sounds like you're hungry. Okay, next up, oh, Carrie L says, thank you for the amazing reading tonight. Everyone have a safe and great holiday. Next up, we have Maddie C asking if there are any messages for her. Maddie C.
So the moment that you said her name, I got almost like a choking feeling right throughout the energy. So it's kind of like, I'm going to call it word vomit at the moment, okay? So it's almost like you've been holding back so much from everything that you need to say or to explain to someone or about a scenario or situation, that it builds up to the point where you can no longer hold it in and it will come out as word vomit. And so what they're asking you to do is have you organize your thoughts just a little bit more so far about whatever this subject is. Apparently it's something that you feel pretty strongly about. And so we just want you to work on your delivery of that. When you get ready to deliver that message, deliver it in a kind and compassionate way. But remember to speak to the people or the audience at their level. When you try to explain things that are at your level, when you're talking to someone who's not up here with you, it's going to go over their head every time. There's nothing you can do about that just in general. So focus your intentions of that particular conversation at saying it to them at their frequency so they can understand it, okay? I hope that helps.
I've got two quick things. Hello, Martia. You've got triple eights all over you. that's the number 8, which means that you've learned a lot on your path and on your spiritual path, and sharing that with others will help them as well. It will uplift them. That's the first one. The second one is you've got dogs. Looks like you've got 2, I believe. You've got a digger. Check the fence and everything will be fine, but just make sure that everything is secured. Yeah. So I hope that helps you, dear. Bless you.
So what I saw was that you were on a boat, and I got that that would be soon.
Okay. Sorry, I scrolled down and now I'm lost in my list. 1 second. Okay, next up we have Nikki A. She says, I have had a rough week, very negative things. Can you guys give me guidance going forward? Or a cleansing would be amazing as well. Nikki A.
I have 999s. Part of the reason you've had a hard week is because you've reached the end of a cycle of something. You need to shut the door and move on to what's coming next for you. And don't be afraid of it. I feel like you're fighting something. You see it, you feel it, you hear it. You see it swinging towards you. You need to grab it. So you're fighting something. You need to stop. And that will just make it easier for you. You're swimming upstream, basically. I see really, really, really good things for you coming into the next year. I've got white roses everywhere. I see quite a few celebrations, actually. 3. You're worried about someone's health, ill health, and everything will be fine. So you don't need to be concerned about that. I mean, I understand your concern, but it will be fine. So don't worry about that. And stop being, I'll just be blunt, stop being the worrier. If you don't have something to worry about, you worry. You really need to bring yourself up and out of that and come up higher, and don't concern yourself with things that you can't control, and put the very best out there, because the very best will come back to you and return to you. So I hope that helps you.
So the first thing I got was like a little headache. And what this meant was that you are resistant of some things that are coming in, and that you need to stop being resistant and just allow them to naturally flow and go with the flow on those.
Perfect. I'm going to piggyback off of that just a little bit, because it showed me an image of 2 houses, one was a much smaller house that was actually built what it looks like out of sticks, just in general, and it's showing me a complete disassemble of everything that has been built there. So it's almost like it's all being ripped apart, but when you look over to the right, it's to create something that is brilliant, gorgeous, and defined by your mind and your creation, okay? So they're saying, let it go. You're trying to hold on to something that they are literally ripping from your fingers at the moment, okay? So let those things go, and let's focus on what you want out of this. Instead of focusing on the problem or the lack of, let's focus on the solution of what it is that you would like, okay? I hope that helps.
Yeah, they told me to fight through the muck. You can get through that muck.
And the sassy cards you requested a little bit later, I got, don't believe every shitty thought you have. Those can be sneaky lying bastards. And shit is going down with your job. Reevaluate, change your perspective, or fucking quit. So I hope that helps.
And Nikki, I'm gonna come over to you and cleanse you. Go ahead and sit down for just a second.
And then while he's doing that, we're going to move on to Dina or Dinah. I'm sorry if I messed it up. She was wondering if there are any messages for her and any advice from her spirit team, please and thank you.
You have ones all over you, which means you're at the right place at the right time. So you have a lot of things going on. I see a lot of things, but I do see them coming together very, very well, and in the order and in the progression, the order and progression. Hang on a second. Okay. The order and progression of things is very, very important based on the things that you're asking for. You need to know and you need to understand that they will come to fruition, that they will come to fruition in the right order. That's very, very important for those things to happen. And you know that you've been thinking about that. Like that has to happen first because that's a dependency for this, which is a dependency for this. And you're right. Trust and know that that will absolutely happen. I see 3, counting 4. I see 4 guides with you. So keep in mind, you've got a spirit band, and often they'll come and go based on what you have going on in your life. Sometimes they're there to help you just through a situation. They'll change out, or maybe they stay with you lifelong. But of the 4, the one that speaks to you often, that will stay with you while you're here. Her name is, one more time, please. Angela. So you can speak to her and call on her when you need something. So, and actually, I think you had that name anyway, or you knew it began with an A. But very nice, beautiful, lovely energy comes from the light. And yes, I understand wakes you up at night. So what's important around that is set boundaries. It's fine to set boundaries and say, you can come to me when I'm sleeping after I fall asleep, give me messages of my dreams. That's fine. But don't wake me up. I go to bed at 9. So I go to sleep at 9. I get up at 5. Here are the things I have to do. So begin setting some rules and some parameters around that, because who you've got around you, they're very, very strong. So I think you're getting hit with quite a bit right now. So set some boundaries, and that's fine. Not a problem at all. I hope that helps you.
So what I got was that Cardi B song Money kept playing in my head. And they were saying that you will have a lot of money that will be coming in. I hope that helps.
So for Dina, the only thing I saw was actually cheerleaders. Like you had an entire group of guides who had pom-poms and everything, and they were cheerleading. And what they meant by that is they're trying to motivate you to go out and try it. Like just try it, dip your finger in it, see what happens. So they're basically just expressing their enthusiasm to let you know that this is divinely guided. So everything that you were choosing to do or curious about, go ahead and dip your finger in, see what happens. I hope that helps.
Okay, next up is Latasha wanting a sassy card. I got you do you. Stop trying to change people. That shit never works. So I hope that helps. Next up, oh, sorry, I'm scrolling. Next up, we have Anna M. that is wondering if she can get a clearing and wondering if there are any messages for her as well as a sassy card. So clearing for Anna M, sassy card, and messages.
I'll go there now, please.
So for Anna M, the first thing that I get is when I tap into you is a pressure in your third eye, almost like an opening of energy. It's like your gifts are opening or evolving just a little bit more, and you're having trouble trusting your visions or your dreams, just kind of in general. There are times when dreams can be metaphorical, just in general. But here's the thing, when you start to dream on a consistent basis, this is your guides giving you information about what you've been asking for. So the most important part is to be able to document those portions of the dreams. I understand that most people, but even with you, you don't always remember all of your dreams, or you don't remember them for very long. The things that stick out the most are the important things that you need to write down. So take the few minutes to journal that information as it's kind of coming in, okay? Even thoughts and feelings that actually show up throughout those that dream, those are all things that are super important, because those are all messages that are actually guided to you by your guides. They're just trying to help you with whatever you've been asking for at that moment, okay? And here's the thing about reality. You have a tendency to be a little bit more serious and to face things as they are and to see things truly as they are at the moment. That's lovely and all, but do understand that your reality is based on your spirituality. The outside world is a reflection of your inside world. So if you are feeling restrictions or constrictions in some way on the inside, they will reflect on the outside, so far as looking like obstacles or things that just aren't attainable for you, just in general. Believe me, this is all an inside job. Simply use your imagination to change that. It's one of the most powerful faculties that the human being possesses. I hope that helps.
And the sassy card I got for you is don't fucking force it. Allow that shit to come to you.
So I cleared the aura. Your foot was bothering you, so I worked on that. I took care of that. Raised your energy. Not too much, you won't be able to rest, but I raised your energy. And I'm setting the energy balls with timers on them now to just slowly leak for everyone. And so it'll just keep going, and it'll just keep going, it'll just keep going. But it releases energy at the right time, healing and other lovely things into you. And then I just wanted to cover one thing very, very quickly. It's really, now is the time for you to seek a deeper spiritual connection. Did I mention now? Now would be a very, very good time. And then also you've asked for some things to happen and to come forward as far as manifestations go. So in doing that, that will help with that too, dear. So I hope that helps you. I hope you feel better. Thank you. Bless you.
All right, we are in the home stretch. Jen G, she says, I've made some big family decisions today and my heart is heavy. I'll take whatever you guys throw at me.
I'll come very quickly, Jen. Hello, dear. Welcome. I've got winds on you, so the angels are with you, and they're hearing your requests, and they're helping your heart so that it's not so heavy. Understand that you've made some decisions because they're part of your plan and your intention to move forward. And so you've done the right thing. I know that sometimes it's not easy, and I understand that, but not everybody gets you. And if I may be blunt, dear, and that's really very unfortunate for them, as their loss. It's not your, it's really, quite frankly, their loss. But you've done the right thing, at least for right now. I do see some rekindling possibly down the road, but for now and where you are and in the frame that you're in, it had to happen. It had to be that way. So again, move forward with your intentions. That's part of the clearing that you did. Because all of those things are coming to you, and they're coming to you very quickly. So, and the angels are with you to help you. Of course, your guides, and I will too. So just hang in there and be tough. You will be all right. Bless you, dear.
I got that everything would be all right. And I also got that that you could start to journal your thoughts and feelings about the situation, and that will kind of help you with your healing process to just get that down on paper. I hope that helps.
What I picked up was it was something that was necessary. I'm seeing an image of you with a golden bag and you're starting to unpack this bag. So this is all the things that have been heavy or weighing you down, just in general, would be these types of decisions and stuff like that. Making the decision is the best thing for you at the moment, okay? Was to get that heavy energy off of you and put it out to exactly where it belongs, okay? Down the road, you will see that this was the best and the right thing for you to do at the moment, okay? I hope that helps.
All right, next up we have Samantha P. She says, good evening, any messages for me?
Fives, I've got triple fives, dear. Thank you for coming. That means that change is coming. It's good change. It's rapid. It's quite quick, and that's what you've asked for. So it's very, very near. Also, with that is a new and better path that is emerging for you. So when you feel the pull and when you feel the tug to go a different direction, or to go left, to go right, or to go forward, go along with it and trust it. Trust your intuition and trust what it is that you're feeling. You just need to take the next steps, and it will be fine, dear. So yes, lovely things coming. Very good. Bless you, dear. I'm glad you're here.
So the first thing I got is you have a few different avenues that are going to be opened up for you so far as the opportunities. You yourself are super excited about it, and there's a lot of energy behind it. That is all on purpose. The guides are actually fueling you to push deeper into what you're doing at this moment. And it's almost like it will be, not almost like it will be, and is divinely guided for you. So as you continue to let that energy unfold, continue to get excited about it. Visualize all the best and wonderful aspects of everything coming together, the perfect people, the perfect connections, everything happening at the perfect time. See it happening and continue to lend your energy into this. They're showing me you have the ability to manifest. They said to use your energy work and to involve it into your manifestation process, into that visualization process. So that basically means whenever you're visualizing it, you're in your imagination, imagining everything perfect, light up that whole screen with energy. Feel it kind of flowing through. The more that you actually feel it and live within it, the faster it will come. And it is coming pretty rapidly at the moment. So there will be lots of components that you will be dealing with as they do manifest, but will be all in the absolute best way for you, okay? I hope that helps.
Okay, next up, we have Labrisha wanting a sassy card. So you got shame, regret, and guilt. Those are just bullshit. Forgive, let that shit go. So I hope that helps. Next up, we have Marla S. Looking for messages.
I've got the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't see this too often, which means that you're making progress. Good, congratulations. You've asked for things. Those you're manifesting, and the goals will be reached. So congratulations. Lovely. Glad you're here, dear. I hope that helps you.
The first thing I got for Marla was don't be afraid to try new things and to make a mistake just in general. The fastest way to success is through failure, my dear friend, is you learn from those mistakes that you make just in general. So allow yourself to kind of look down the line. If you feel like it's a mistake, then okay. But we see a lot of hesitancy. It's almost like you get started and you're like, no, I don't want this. But what that is like, explore that and see where it actually leads. You don't have to stick with it. Remember, you're the one who makes the rules and no one is forcing you to do anything, but you can stop and go the opposite direction at any moment. I hope that helps.
Next up, we have Joe R. And she is wondering if there are any general messages for her.
So the first thing I got for Joe R was almost like you're beating your thoughts to death, almost like you're beating a dead horse. And so what they're expressing is A lot of times you have a tendency, even once you've already thought about something, you've went through it with your guides and everything like that, you still have a tendency to go back and question the answer of the guidance that you've already received about everything that you've had. So this makes you beat the dead horse a little bit more. Even though you have the solution and everything, you want to understand the why, the whys. And those aren't the important portions. Why things happen or why people react and do the things that they actually do have nothing to do with you and everything to do with them just in general, okay? And so the best thing for you is to kind of release the why and focus only on the desire of what you actually want. The situation or scenario or person was presented to you to present a life lesson from you. We ask that you simply just take the gold from that. That is everything that you've learned from it, and then leave all of the negative connotations with that behind, okay? I hope that helps.
I have two quick things. I keep getting the name Gloria. So you'll want to take that, write that down. And can you give that to me one more time? I see a road trip. I see travel. I see a plan. I see you going with a friend somewhere, and I don't think you're aware of this opportunity yet, but when it comes forward, you should take it and go. Like initially, you might have gone, no, I don't have time for that, but you should do it. There's something in it for you, so you should do it. Take the trip, take the path. I hope that helps you.
So I got to, they said, be brave, be bold, and be courageous. And they said to take that step. I hope that helps.
All right, and last but not least, we have Rebecca A. Wondering if there are any messages for her. And I know we've run over, so thank you guys for staying on with us longer than we normally would have. But yes, Rebecca A, last but not least.
I'm hearing that in your life right now, there is magic that is unfolding, that you don't need to dig any deeper than you have to get to it. Just relax, trust it, let it come in. You have some things that you really have been asking for, two things in particular. They'll come very soon. The second one, February, the first one, January 3rd. Can you give me a date in February? 17th, February 17th. So January 3rd, February 17th. You've got great things coming. And you like to schedule out and you're like an Uber planner, kind of like Taylor, which is a great thing. So you have like a 5-year plan, that kind of thing. I just see great things coming for you. Just really good things that you've asked for, things that you didn't expect. I see great things coming. I hope that helps you. I also have a grandma. I have a grandma saying hello. I hope that helps.
The first thing I got for Rebecca A was actually an image of you and an energy being poured in from the crown. It's going directly into your heart. And the energy just says strength. It says you are already strong. You don't need more strength than you already have. You simply just need to apply it into the right places. Okay. And so we're simply saying, hey, everything is going to be fine. You're on the right track. You've manifested and you're staying on your manifestations. Continue your focus on exactly where it's at right now. Allow us to help you unfold and live the reality that you want at this moment, okay? I hope that helps.
So what I saw was a lot of different sparkles, and it was like sparkles in a circle. And they said that those sparkles represent your manifestations, and that you need to start to manifest like Salt Bay, which is that guy that, sprinkles the salt like that. But I hope that helped, but yeah.
All right, and I went ahead and did the drawing for our winner, and it is Labrisha. So make sure you reach out to either what? Oh, okay. So reach out to either Justin. I thought you were like, oh man, no, you mispronounced her name again. Cause I mean, I'm infamous for doing that. But make sure you reach out to Justin or us so that we can get you all of your metaphysical goodies from Justin. And congratulations, Labrisha. Thank you guys so much for staying. I know we are like 17 minutes past time, and like Pam and Sylvia say all the time, I'm an over planner, and running late and all that gives me anxiety. So thank you for staying with us, and we will see you guys soon. We will be posting our next live